reflective discussion with my colleagues was I found very, very helpful. Sometimes when you're reflecting, you can only see your own point of view, and colleagues help you see somebody else's perspective, but also help you recognise things that you maybe didn't see before. So I've always found these really helpful to have with colleagues, and something that we did all the time anyway.
The reflective discussion was really a brilliant idea. It gives nurses a formal chance, if you like, to sit down together with a colleague, another registrant who understands the lifestyle, if you like, and talk about how you want to develop, how you've been developing so far.
The reflective discussion took part with my line manager, my head of nursing, and we incorporated it into my appraisal, my yearly appraisal. And with the reflective accounts, we talked through every incident that I discussed, and again talked about the benefits and where things could have been improved and what I've personally learned from that account, and we went through all 5 of those.
So the benefits I had in going through the reflective conversation was that my appraisal was more meaningful than it ever had been. I was able to talk about myself as a professional, myself as an individual practitioner, and myself as a chief nurse within the organisation. And I found that incredibly rewarding, but also it helped me talk about some difficult situations that I've been involved in over the last couple of years, in terms of me being able to reflect honestly back as to whether I'd handled the situation really well or whether I'd learnt from it.
The thing that I came away with, and I think my colleague came away with, was the power behind the reflective discussion, and that you own that discussion. It's not somebody leading you, you lead the discussion, because it's about you and it's about your practice.
Having that reflective discussion with staff was a huge actually learning curve for me. I benefited from seeing their insight, how they felt about things, how they dealt with things, how their perspective on an issue was completely different than mine. So as a manager, to have a team and be privy to that information is hugely beneficial.